YouTube, what's going on, man? Today's Saturday, August 29th, 2021. Just out here working on this car. I told you guys when I got the oil pan out that I would take a video for you guys, and just give you the dimensions, at least of the oil pan, so that kind of helps you make determinations on maybe where things should be. Today I torqued down the crank bolt, and then I'm going to get the starter installed, and then I was working on motor mounts, but I'll show you that in a second. So here's my oil pan. I kind of showed this to you guys on the car the other night. This was originally a Morosa oil pan. It's a front sump pan, so the crankshaft pulley is right here. I welded it up. Originally it came straight back and cut across and then back up, but I basically cut it off right here, bent it up, and then cut out kind of like a half moon cut out here. And then basically I took a piece of flat, like eighth inch steel and bent it. And then I did have to make another indent here for the subframe. So let me see if I can show you guys the subframe real quick, just so you get an idea. So you can kind of see the shape of the subframe, hopefully, and it's got a little curve to it. It kind of makes like an X, really. It just kind of goes like if I could draw it, it kind of goes like this and like this. So you have your front section and back section. But anyway, this is my oil pan. Let's see, I'll show you. So yeah, this is the front section, and then you can see I just had to weld up different sections. You're probably wondering what that gray stuff is, and that's actually JB Weld. And I might catch some heat for that in the comments, which is cool, but we're learning as we go, man. I tried welding it up, and I filled the pan with water after I did my welding, and let the pan, or I did my welding, let the pan cool down, and then I filled it up with water to do a leak test, and it had leaks all over the place. So I tried to re-weld it, and I spent the better part of like 4 hours yesterday trying to weld it, re-weld it, grind it down, weld it, re-weld it, and then see if it leaked, and it just kept leaking. So in the interest of time, I decided to use JB Weld, which seems to be working. I had to touch up some spots. I'm gonna let that dry and then hit it with some hammer paint. And then you can see the inside. I'll be cleaning up some of this like slag and debris and shit in here before I slap it on the car, but I got a lot of grinding to do in here. But you can kind of see the sections that I had to weld in. That little half moon section down here, this back section, and then I had to weld in like a little strap right here, basically. But as far as measurements go, let's see what we got. Tape measure is right here. So really probably the most important measurement is from the back to the front. So I'm putting the tape measure right here in that little pocket, and it's coming back to basically like 14 inches. So from the back of the pan, really probably 14 and a half would probably be a better measurement. I would go 14 and a half from the very back of the pan flange up to this little indent, and this is actually very close to the subframe. So like if this was on the car right now, the subframe sits kind of like right there. It's pretty close. So if you're gonna do this build, or you're looking for an oil pan, I would definitely look for that dimension. And then as far as this part from the side, like this corner is pretty close to the subframe. That dimension I would say is probably 17 inches to the pan. So if you guys can find that dimension, then you know, that would definitely help your oil pan search. But this is what works for me. I'm using the T56 for GM motors, and I'm also using the OEM BMW trans cross member. So just keep that in mind. Like if you want to make your own oil pan or make your own trans cross member, that might change things depending on which path you go. I chose to keep the trans cross member and use that with the hopes of having that output shaft of the transmission being centered in the tunnel. So that was kind of my intent. And it seems to be good for so far. So I'll check it when I finally get this oil pan done, painted and whatever, and back on the car. I'll check and make sure that everything fits up. But yeah, guys, that's kind of where it's at. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about using JB Weld. I've used it in the past, man, and it's awesome stuff. I would like to think this is a temporary solution until I can get something actually professionally made. I'm not much of a welder. I know they welded this, but it's probably with a TIG welder, with like a Lincoln TIG or something, something nice, and someone that welds. So I'm just using my Harbor Freight welder, and it got the job done, but like only 90% there. So anyway, hopefully that helps you guys. I'll do one more dimension just to show you how tall this oil pan is. Let's see, at least from the bottom. Probably like 1.75 inches or 2 inches maybe. That'd be my guess. Yeah, I would say 2 inches. So, and that's important because you're gonna have to clear the steering linkage in the sway bar that sits near the subframe. Let me see if I can show you guys. Yeah, you can see it right there. So that's a steering link or drag link, whatever you want to call it. But you're gonna have to clear that with that oil pan. And then your sump's gonna be sitting, right there basically. So yeah. Hopefully that gives you guys some insight if you're looking at doing this. Earlier in my videos, I talked about getting an oil pan like this professionally made and like selling it to the e38 community. I might still do that. I might take this pan, take it to some kind of like professional fabrication shop and see what they want to charge for it, and then see if I can make like, I don't know, $50 on each oil pan or something, and then just sell it. And if that helps y'all get like your LS swap going, then I'm cool with it. But that's something I might consider doing after I get down the road. But just because of like things I got going on in my life, like time is against me right now, so I'm just trying to chug through it and get this thing set up and rolling. So that's kind of my plan. I also started on this is my first go at a engine mount. I just took some square tubing. I think this is 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch square tubing, and kind of heated it and bent it and heated and bent it. And I might have mangled this one. I don't know if I'll be able to use it, but it seems plenty strong. But you can see my welds did improve slightly, but still some work to do. I did good there, and then that section sucks. So this one came out all right, but definitely a perishable skill, something that takes time to learn. But this is the driver's side mount, and let's see if I can show you guys. So it's kind of gonna sit in here. Well, because of how it's sitting, I can't get it in there, but you'll see it's gonna sit hopefully like that, and then come back around. And then I ordered new motor mounts to go in there. So that's kind of my plan, is to build a steel engine mount that mounts on the factory BMW engine mounts. And same thing applies if I can get that oil pan to be professionally made at like a decent price. Maybe I'll consider doing the same thing with these engine mounts, and just kind of like outsourcing it basically. I should patent those, is what I should do, or make them intellectual property or something like that. But anyway, hopefully that helps you guys. I'm just gonna let the oil pan finish up drying with the JB Weld. Leak test it one more time, see if it leaks. And for all you guys out there asking questions like, does JB Weld hold up? Like, I've used it in the past on different petroleum products, and like it does hold up once it cures. It's good to 400 degrees. Apparently engine oil gets up to 260 degrees, so I think it'll be okay. And yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. But this is the solution I'm rolling with for now. Like I said, I'd like to think this is temporary, but we all know what temporary means. Temporary until you change it, right? So, but anyway, guys, that's all I got for you right now. Trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, that's about it. I'll probably start working on wiring next. I got my Terminator kit. I need to get that set up, and then my motor mounts should be here like first week of September, so I can get those in, the engine mounts for the BMW, and then I get those in, and then I can start building my LS mounts to make that adapter. So the BMW mount is just a single bolt that goes, that it has 2 bolts in the subframe and a single bolt that attaches to the feet. I got an engine mount down here for the BMW, and you can kind of see it. Right here is where the engine mounts to the subframe, and then it attaches right here to the engine block. So I don't think I'll be able to use these because of how they fit compared to the LS, unfortunately. So, but yeah, guys, if you guys got any questions, let me know. Augie, once I get this oil pan in, and I get the engine in there, you know, quote unquote, for good, like bolted in. I'll take some measurements. I know you asked the distance between the trans flange and then the subframe, so I'll get that measurement for you once I get all this stuff done and bolted in. Hopefully that'll be tomorrow. But yeah, guys, that's it for now, and enjoy your weekend.